Hey guys, we are back. How you doing? Elsa, I'm asking the people that are going to be there. See, I told you we'd never fuck up, but I do. I always fuck up, and we're going to keep it.
No, that's not a fuck up. Stop saying that.
So you keeping it? I mean, how you doing?
Bro.
Let me start again. So
are you keeping it? Yeah, I'm keeping it.
I meant to say you're doing well. Oh my God, live.
I am doing well. I'm doing well.
Wait, no, I'm going to start again.
Go.
Okay. Hey, Heartbreakers, we are back. We have missed you. How are you doing, Elsa?
Wonderful, as always.
What have you been up to?
Nothing. You know what? I haven't had sex in forever. You know that's super weird for me, and
How
I've been
long?
Months. Well, okay. One time, but I feel like I felt like my life was going to end because I let him come in me and, sorry.
Oh, you really did vomit a little bit. What?
I'm sorry.
What is that ring you have on?
This one?
Is that new?
Yeah. You know what I'm not even going to take it off.
Come inside you. You wanted to vomit.
Yeah,
what was it? Was it acid cum?
Okay. No, it was who did it. I felt like my life was going to end that I let this man do this just because I was like, I'm probably going to get an STD. And when my test came back clean, that's when I was like, thank you. I'm not going to do it again.
Thank you, Jesus. I will obey for the next however many months.
Yes. So I haven't had sex. I'm making guys wait 6 weeks to have sex with me. And you know what? I thought that wasn't going to happen. I thought it was going to take a lot of time and maybe I wasn't going to find the men that I wanted, but none of them care. I told all of them, I said, no, I'm not having sex with you. It's just not where I'm at. It's not because I don't find you attractive. It's just for me, I don't find it to be beneficial even for them.
Yeah. People want what they can't have in the first instance. That's like the thing that sets up the rest of the relationship.
Yes. And guess what? None of them were like, oh, cool. You're so chill. I love your stories. I love having you around. We can just chill. We can eat. We can watch movies. And guess what? Every guy has been doing that. And I haven't been fucking them. One of them I almost wanted to fuck. And I went over there and I was like, he waited the 6 weeks. He put my name in a song. He did the most, right? Picked me up from...
Put your name in a song.
Picked me up from parties, would swoop up, pick me up. You know what I mean? Like he was doing... doing a lot. And then he said something really rude to me. And so I blocked him and left. And
How rude.
I was okay, so like I said, he was doing the most. I actually really liked him. I'm not gonna lie. So I was a little tipsy. I go over there. He hands me a joint. This is when I was still smoking. And it was rolled up like himself. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't bought from a store. So I always ask people, is this all weed? You know what I mean? Because people put stuff, they'll even put tobacco, they'll put other drugs. It can be laced with
drugs.
Other drugs. And this guy's a rapper. Like they put stuff, I know that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do other drugs and whatever. So I asked him and he just laughed it off. He's like, no, it's just straight weed. I smoked it. Then, okay, so I never had been in his master bathroom before. Surprising, right? But whatever. And there was no like toilet paper. There was no hand towels. There was nothing in the shower area for somebody to like bathe and like all types of stuff. Then every single time I've been over there, I've always asked for water, right? Or a snack, and he's never had it. And he's always had to order it. So then I was like, can I have a water? And he had to order it again. That's weird. And I asked him just after the weed situation, are you married?
Is this not his house?
And you know who I'm talking about, okay?
Yeah.
I go, are you married? He said, why would you ask that? And I said, you don't have this, you don't have that. And he's just giving me a stash pad. Like this is just somewhere somewhere else. And it has a lot of his stuff, but this man, I'm sure has tons of things. And he said, well, you know, I don't live here in LA. I live in DC and I come visit LA. I said, no, you don't. I've known you for a while. You live here and you go visit DC. But I didn't even say that. I'm just listening to this man talk. And I asked him, I said, are you married? And he didn't say no. Okay.
And then is this when he said the really mean thing to you?
So then he ordered a pizza. He was going downstairs and he brought up the weed thing. He said, why did you say that? I said, there's not any meth in this. Is there something like that? And he said, why would you say that? Like he started raising his voice about it. And I was very calm. And I said, why are we arguing about this? Like, and it's hours later.
Yeah.
Why are we
Very
having an
standoffish? Yeah.
Why are we having an argument about something hours later? I wish you would have told me this at the beginning, that I offended you, you know, and the meth part was a joke, but I really am asking how much, and he knew that, you know, but it was because I had asked him about him having a wife. And so he wanted to shit on me.
Oh, he wanted to do that. So then
I said, let's not argue. Why are we in an argument? Why are we in a fight? And he goes, this is a fight to you? I said, yes, our voices are raised and we're not getting along. So to me, this is a fight. So as he's going downstairs to get the pizza, he goes, that's all your trauma speaking out. This man, I don't talk about exes. I don't want to talk about my traumas to people. It's not part of who I am
You also
anymore.
don't weaponize it against people in the middle of an argument, unless you've got something you've done wrong that he's trying to turn the tables.
Yes. Honestly, I said, excuse me, because I knew what he was doing. And he goes downstairs and gets the pizza, and I'm laying there, and I really wanted to just go off on this man and be like, you know what? It's like, I was going to degrade the fuck out of him. But I decided I'm not stooping to that level anymore. And he used something against me that has nothing to do with him. I don't want to talk about my traumas with him. I don't want to talk about.
Why would you? It's not a safe space.
He wants to talk about it to me, and I'm always shutting it down. And I'll kind of answer it here and there because he's a very emotional person. But the fact that you're the one bringing up these things, and then you're going to use it against me because I asked that you had a wife.
After the it was
after the weed.
This is all becoming hostile because you asked about the wife.
Then the wife thing. Then he raised his voice at me and said something very rude. Yeah. So then I got up, I got dressed. I was going to have sex with him that night because I felt comfortable enough. And thank goodness I saw like a red flag, because I think that if I would have had sex with him first and then he would have said something like that to me, I would have felt very horrible. Emotional. Yeah. And I would have felt like I had to explain and whatever. And so I got dressed and I left and I blocked him on everything. I did go home and cry. I'm not going to lie, because it hurt me. Like, you're not going to bring up things that I've been through, even though you're not bringing them up.
Imagine if you did tell him some things and you confided in him.
I did, because he brought them up. He would, when I would see him, he would want to get
it straight away against you.
When he didn't like
a piece
something,
of shit human.
When he didn't like something I said, and he didn't like that I was asking him for the truth. So I haven't spoken to him since.
What a piece of shit. And it is disappointing, but aren't you glad you didn't have sex with him?
Absolutely.
That was the main thing, right?
Absolutely, I am.
Do you know what, like what we said on a previous hurt people hurt people. He is fucked up. There were some signs.
Absolutely.
I can't believe that you actually noticed the bathroom didn't have all of those things. I'm like, that is really on top of it.
Oh, I'll just naturally notice those things. And also, I'm not looking to hook up with somebody. I am actually. If I find you overly attractive and I cannot help myself, it's not about not having sex, but I'm not going to open myself up to emotions, other people's emotions, and my own emotions if it's not going to go anywhere. And we had we were emotional together because we didn't have sex. We were talking every day.
All in all, though, foolproof plan. So I heard there was this thing where it was saying that women now should make sure that $2,000 is spent on them first, and not in like a way like buy me things. It was like, if you're willing to put in enough effort and go to as many dates with me that it takes to get to that, then we can move to the next level. But, you know, because if guys are wanting just a one and done thing, no matter how they spin it, they're not going to keep going on dates with you and keep, you know, paying for dinner or doing whatever if they want it just quickly. Because they're like, oh, this is not working out. If they're still sticking around after you've gotten up to like a significant amount of dates, money spent on dates and getting ready and all that. Why are you laughing?
No, I'm just shaking. That's why I was like,
but yeah.
Whatever, fuck him. So then he did try to eat me out one of the mornings, and I didn't like that either, because I was like, I told you we're not having sex. So that was another thing that pissed me off, which I'm not going to lie.
Hey,
no, he did come pick me up from a party, and I didn't have any clothes with me. So I was sleeping naked, and he was like humping me the whole night in his sleep. So I knew that he really was aroused, like even in his sleep, like snoring asleep, he was aroused because I was laying next. I don't know, he was probably having a sex dream.
Excuse me.
Then in the morning he really couldn't help himself, so then he was trying to like eat me out. So then I was like, I checked him real quick and left.
Oh, really?
So
no kitty for you.
Yeah, no kitty. No kitty. It was not 6 weeks yet.
Not the kitty.
6 weeks on the day he fucked up.
Yeah, I know. We waited that 6 weeks.
Literally.
So you let people show you who they are.
Yeah,
don't listen
fine,
to what
whatever.
they say. He showed you.
Whatever.
And that spoke volumes.
spoke volumes.
So guess what? I just saw something in the news I wanted to bring up. Tinder now has a matchmaking feature. So your friends can log in, like you can send them a code where they're able to go and do the swiping and find you someone. So you know how you want to be a matchmaker sometimes for your friends?
Yes.
So like there's a function now where you don't get into their DMs and stuff like that. Like it's still private, but you can go and make selections for them and then pass it over through the account.
Are you going to have other people do that for you?
No, but I might like to do it for other people.
Oh, hell no, James. What the fuck are you talking about?
Not for you. No. I mean, I wouldn't be able to find anyone on Tinder that you would want.
I know not for me.
Holly?
Yeah. I actually decided that I was going to put her up on Bumble and she said she was okay with it.
Yeah, she said she was on there. She was on there the other night and then I was looking at the selections. I was like, oh,
not
God.
Good. Oh,
well,
man.
It's just Nikki. I was going to say names.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
It's,
she's for sure.
Same ones.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't torture yourself anymore, honey.
I want her to find happiness.
Yes. Let's get into the questions. Heartbreakers Hotline. We love it when you send in questions. Make sure to email. I love it. First one is, I'm 37, male. I've always struggled with premature ejaculation. It's sad and I hate to admit it, but it's real. I don't know if this is entirely psychological or biological or what, but when I watch porn, I find I can masturbate for several minutes versus any time I'm with a girl. I honestly come in seconds. It's embarrassing. Has anyone experienced someone like me? I need to build up my stamina. Any tips would be appreciated.
There is a numbing spray.
You can use that on your D.
Yeah, there's a cream, I think, and a spray that you can use to take away the sensitivity. Yeah, I've heard of people using that.
Why do you think he can watch porn and he lasts so much longer?
I think it's the excitement of being actually physically with somebody. Yeah. Also, I know from porn, guys who wanted to pre-pop, that's what we call it in porn, they would start thinking about something completely like they would have to go somewhere like and think about something that turns them off.
Is pre-popping like pre-cum as well? Like it's not like the full thing though?
No,
it's
pre-pop is, they call it the pop shot.
Okay,
so when they go to like do the pop shot, that's
do you sometimes get the pop shot at the beginning so then you've got it in the can and then like
what do you
keep doing it? Like the pop shot of like, oh, this was a good moment. Like even though it's at the beginning.
No, the pop shot is the cum. They call the pop shot. That's the end of the scene. The pop shot is when them coming. So you can't do it at the beginning because then they'll be soft.
Sometimes guys can go again.
Sometimes, yeah. A lot of times actually, but that's hard because they want the load to be big.
So he needs to use a numbing spray. Go out and get yourself a numbing spray. Amazon, they'll have it.
And maybe to take your brain to a place where you're a little bit not so aroused if you can. Yeah. I mean, do you have any suggestions?
No, I think those are good ones. I love it.
The spray works. I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit numbing.
This next one is from Anonymous. I have neighbors who are clearly into people watching them because they blatantly fuck in front of their windows, against their windows, and a lot of the time I really get into spying that I bought some binoculars and maybe that was a little too carried away because the guy made eye contact with me. I was mortified, but also I kind of want to go over there and talk to them. Is it weird? How do I talk to the neighbors and tell them their kink is also kind of my kink? Oh, I love this one.
Wow, that's risky because what if they're like, what the fuck? But they're clearly
said that
doing
they made
that.
Eye contact.
Yeah. I would love to know the situation of the apartments. Like, how are they? Is it like a crossed thing? And they're like,
can I just say the binoculars are a little too much? Because like,
for sure. Like, are you sitting there right in front of the window like this?
And
like,
how are you making eye contact if you've got binoculars?
Is it a girl
on?
or a guy that wrote this?
But let me just say, also my kink, I think this is really hot. And I think that if you can definitely, without a doubt in your mind, know that they are making eye contact with you and that they like it, do not read between the lines. It has to be very clear. And if it is,
so
absolutely
what if they
go over and see them.
And the person's like, what the fuck? I didn't notice that you were watching.
And then I'd be like, so stop fucking in front of your windows, you fucking pervs. I'm going to call the police.
Gaslight them.
Yeah, gaslight them. And just tell them this is inappropriate. And
I'm calling the cops.
Exactly. I'm just going to call the cops. It's your word against mine.
You're turning me on and I don't like it.
You're turning me on. Oh my God.
It's out of my control.
Thank you for that question though. I'm really turned on by it. Okay. Next one. I need help with communicating something to my boyfriend. We're both 22 and maybe it's age or youth, but whatever. He refuses to kiss me for days after I give him a blowjob. He says he doesn't want any dick germs or whatever because he isn't gay. What does this even mean? I kiss him after he goes down on me. I don't know what the difference is. Is he just immature?
Immature as fuck.
Yes.
Like, that's the most immature thing I've ever heard in my life. You can't for days. I could say
days.
maybe
How bad is
after,
his dick then if it stays in her mouth for days?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of immediately after, like, somebody comes in your mouth, you're not going to go straight up and baby bird it.
Yeah, I don't want to straight away do that. And I'm a gay man. Like, I'm just like, okay, can we just give it a second? And I
you
always...
never baby birded it?
No. What is it? Oh, baby birded it. I can see the visual.
They come in your... Or snowball.
Isn't it called felching? Oh no, that's an asshole.
What is that? I never heard.
Look up felching.
No. It has to do with an...
Just don't Google images it.
Okay.
Okay.
It is immature, and I actually don't think that there's a way to communicate that because he seems pretty, like, dramatic. I would say you're being extremely dramatic. It actually...
No blowjobs then.
Yeah, no blowjobs. You're hurting my feelings by not kissing me. I could see right after. But once I've brushed my teeth for days and used numerous times of mouthwash, like you're being... Maybe he doesn't like kissing and he's trying to make that as an excuse.
For days. So, I mean, it's just too much. I am all for someone not going straight there. Like, people have done that to me before and I kind of feel bad because they've had their mouth on your private parts, but you're like, now I won't kiss you. They're like, dude, I just did a whole lot more than that. But in saying that, give it an hour, go brush your teeth, then it's fine. If not, then he is pretty gay because why is he saying that he isn't
that's
gay?
Dramatic. That's dramatic.
Oh, God.
That's really dramatic.
Next one is it weird if I'm not kinky at all? Everyone these days talks about all the crazy shit that they're going to do in bed or wish they could do. And I feel like I'm over here just wanting regular missionary intercourse and then get on with my life. I'm 42 and female.
I don't think that it's weird at all. I actually think how loud people are about how kinky and slutty they are. I don't think it's coming from a genuine place. I think that it's just a battle of who's the dirtiest, who's the kinkiest on social media. I don't think majority of people are as kinky as people are trying to make it seem. But I also think that it comes with the person that you're with if they bring that out in you. You know, you can easily be kinky with somebody and not kinky with the next.
Hot. Missionary is so hot.
I like missionary. Yeah. I don't think it's weird. I think that people who are being so loud about being kinky are weird.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I know I'm loud and whatever about how kinky I am, but I see on social media people being like,
people are just
scat and stuff.
No.
Like what? Yeah,
you don't have to get that creative about it. You're having sex too often then if you got to start reinventing ways to make it hot. I mean, get a hobby.
The way you went.
Because I felt bad.
No, I don't think it's weird. If you're overly kinky, it's not weird either, but you don't have to be one or the other.
Be what is true to you.
Yes, and you can have a partner that brings out kinkiness.
Yeah.
It's all about comfortability.
I like this next one. I'm 25, female, and my Friends with Benefits has organized a gangbang for me. It's always been a fantasy of mine, and it's going to be a birthday present. I'm so excited. No one ever gets me a gangbang for my birthday.
I had a gangbang one year for my birthday.
Oh, shit. Yes. Tell me. Oh, it was a gangbang and it was your birthday. I'm excited, but after, of course, a little nervous. Any tips for care and conversation before, during, and after? I want to enjoy it, but stay safe. Give this girl your advice from your birthday gangbang. Communication
from the jump before anybody touches anyone. Say what your do's and don'ts are. When it comes to safety, either have everybody test or make sure they're using a condom. There's a lot of people involved, which means that the risk of an STD is even higher. You need to make sure that you're telling them what holes they're allowed to use, because say one's in the mouth, two in your hands, and you're bent over, and then one comes in through your ass and you're not prepared or stretched or
this is
even
like Karate Kid.
Or one anal, they can hurt you. And make sure you are using a lot of lube, a lot of lubrication, because you got to get
one of those giant bottles
and just keep.
Also, it's your birthday, so make sure everyone knows ahead of time that it is all about you and to make you the center of attention, because nobody wants that moment where they're like, oh shit, I got left out of the next sequence, like because someone else is like
taking over.
I don't want to be at a gangbang where I'm not the center of attention.
Well, it's impossible. You have to be the center of attention.
Well, I've had very limited experience with gangbangs, but the ones that I have had, how much is a gang? How many people does it need to be?
I think it has to be 4.
Oh, I've had that. Okay, so that's just a 4-way, but yeah.
Or maybe 5 is a gangbang 5. I thought it was 4 to 5.
The more dicks, the better, really.
You have to go in there telling them what you don't do like, and don't go in there saying, all right,
Yeah.
there's nothing that I don't like,
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, people will get very creative.
And that'll kill the mood right away.
It will kill the mood. And also, men are competitive. They are going to want to compete for who can fuck the best and who can do the kinkiest and whatever. So say you don't like to be slapped or choked. Well, somebody might come in and do that. You never thought about that. So think about things. I had to tell somebody, don't fucking lick my eyeball. I worked with this guy and he licked my eyeball, and I never thought in my head, I cannot stand when somebody licks inside my ear.
I don't like
this
that.
guy, I was like, I had to add that to the list. Never knew.
Licking your eyeball. That's a new one.
Yes.
Please stay away from my retinas.
Yes. Talk about pink eye. Like,
Oh
my God.
How does that even feel? Because there's all these tiny little things on her tongue. I feel like
What is it, a cat tongue?
Yes.
No, I didn't have a
if you look
cat
really close,
licking my eye.
Taste buds are tiny little blobs all over your tongue.
Yeah, I was real quick like, did you just lick my eyeball? And then he went and looked inside my ear, and I was like, we got to stop.
Speaking of stopping,
Yeah.
my segues are the best. This has been fun. I
Yes.
love that.
One questions? Let's
Questions. We have some live questions. Oh my God, I love this component.
First of all, Tom says he likes kissing a girl after he comes in her mouth. So there you go. You've got some.
Yes,
Oh,
I agree.
yes. What was his name?
I love baby birding.
Tom.
I love getting a guy that let me baby bird. If they're not going to come in me, I love to spit it back
I'm
in their
imagining
mouth.
you being a baby bird. It's so fun.
A few guys don't let me do that, but that's okay.
This is a question from me. Did the man lick your actual eyeball, or was it just the lid?
No, the actual eyeball.
That's very strange.
It is.
That's really. How did he even get anyway?
Yes, I know.
You got your eyelid
my
shutting.
eye was open, and I thought he
He's like,
was
"Hold
just
on."
he was just there, right? And
Yeah.
my eyes were open, and he went and licked my eye, and I was like, real quick, and then he went to my ear, and I was like, oh,
No,
hell
that's
no.
no better.
Nope, no.
Teo says, Elsa, you look like a fashion icon. How are you doing with the development of your brand?
Great. I think it's where I want it to be. I have worked a lot of years at branding myself. I actually thought in the car the other day how I branded myself.
Yeah.
And I branded myself a lot differently than the rest of the porn girls. And I branded myself as a old man lover. I remember and
Elsa
I
Jean
lived
loves old men.
and that really was how I really did like old guys, and I really do like older men, but I was so loud about it. That's how I kept my brand different.
I think you're even doing that now, even with without giving too much away, like what we have coming up in January is like something really interesting and artistic.
Different.
And also, it touches on fashion art and also technology. Like what you're doing is kind of awesome. And again, your own path. You're not trying to emulate anybody else.
No,
There's
just whatever is different
of
and
you.
cool. And then I find to be like, fits well with, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, this is cool.
No, you have to feel good about it.
Yeah,
like,
feel good.
So that's good because then it's authentic when you love it. I know that question wasn't for me, but I feel like that's sometimes you need a friend to tell you.
You're my manager, so you are also.
I know, but you call all the shots though. So like, and being authentic and knowing what you want and what will feel good. And also you always come back to the fans. Like you always say like, okay, it needs to be some sort of angle for the fans.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
So that's really cool. I mean, that's why you last.
Yes, it's important.
Cool.
Is that
One more question for Elsa. Have you ever been to an Arab country?
Dubai is an Arab country.
right?
She just got back from there.
I just got back from Dubai, and I'll probably go again. I've also been to Doha, Qatar, right? Yeah.
I love Arabs. They're so hot.
I love it there because I felt safer than I felt in LA or anywhere in the US.
LA is so damn
because
dangerous
when one of the room service people was telling me that cussing is illegal. You go to jail for 2 years. The laws are so strict that nobody even wants to play with them. So that's why I was like, no wonder I feel so safe. Like, you could just feel that people aren't trying to.
People are disciplined.
Yes, very disciplined.
Love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Have the best week to our Heartbreakers. What?
Oh my God.
She's freezing. The after show will be on.
Yes. Oh my God.
See you later.